If there is one thing that is true about Delmarva, it's that we love our race cars, and it just so happens our next guest does as well. As a matter of fact, you might be familiar with the name Darrell Waltrip, a legend in the sport's professional race car driving, stacking up championship after championship before being inducted into the Sports Hall of Fame. And yeah, we are honored to welcome Darrell to Delmarva Live today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we were just in your backyard, and good to be on the show.
It's good to have you around here again. So let me ask, how is retirement treating you?
You know, I really don't. Only thing I retired from was getting behind the wheel of something like this number 18 M&M's car back here. It's actually, my second career has actually been, it's been more satisfying than my first career, to tell you the truth. Being on TV most every week, sharing with the fans, talking about something that I love, which driving the cars or talking about the cars, how the guys are driving them. It's been a real blessing to me to have a second career. To be able to do what I do every weekend is pretty special.
So what do you think of driving on our concrete mile here in Dover?
You know, it was a challenging track for me. When the track was asphalt, that's when I had my most success at Dover. When they concreted it, I never got comfortable there.
Yeah.
I really struggled on the concrete. It was a totally different feel. That place is so fast. Oh my gosh, set a new track record. Dale Jr. on the pole this past week with a new track record.
Yeah.
We're watching right now the fastest cars that have ever been in this sport. And certainly Dover was a good example of that. But I love coming up there. Hey, you know, I actually raced on both tracks.
Right.
I raced the Trotter one time on the horse track up there.
Is that right?
Me and Bobby Allison, Cale Yarborough.
How about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there was a gentleman that had the gentleman had a horse there that won at Dover, and his name was Darrell Waltrip. So I do have some history there.
It was going to be a good day. You knew that then, didn't you? Well, can you help us out? Because not everybody gets to drive a race car. What is it like to climb behind the wheel of that car?
Well, at Dover, it's like riding a roller coaster. I mean, that racetrack is breathtaking. You go around there in 25, 24 seconds, whatever they go around there in now. I mean, you're talking about a 1 mile racetrack. And when you look at Dover, you literally, you know, we say as analysts, we'll say, oh, he's down in the corner.
Right.
Well, the cars do. They go up the straightaway, and they do. They go up. And then they go down into the corner. And it sounds like you're flying an airplane, because then we talk about the car lands.
Right.
Well, when the car goes in and it sinks into that banking, it literally does feel like it's landing. And then you got to get up off the corner, so you got to come up out of that hole.
Wow.
And it's truly like riding on a roller coaster.
It's
an up and down affair. And that joint is narrow. It's the concrete canyon, so it's pretty narrow. But you know what they have there? They got M&Ms, which I love.
Yes, they
but
do.
They also got crab cakes at Sambo's.
All right, so Darrell, we've got 5 more races before we have a new champion. What are the racers doing right now to get ready?
This is, you know what? It's a lot like launching the space shuttle. In the shop, everybody's job is they're at full tilt right now. Everybody is making sure that this is the best possible piece of equipment they can send to the racetrack. This is not a time to cut any corners. The owners are spending more money than they'll spend all year long. The drivers are working out and prepping harder than they have all year long. Every crew member he's under so much pressure to not make a mistake, to be sure that car is flawless. The pit crew is practicing extra hours to be sure they hit all 5 of those lug nuts when the car comes down pit road. Mm-hmm. The gas man he's practicing putting gas in that car in case it's a quick gas and go. You're at max performance right now.
So you got any favorites? Who are you keeping your eye on?
With this great promotion we got going on with M&Ms, it's better with them. I'm pulling for Kyle because I want some free M&Ms.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because I was going to ask, because if racing wasn't enough, you've now got a million new reasons for somebody to become a fan.
Yeah, and you know, when the champion is crowned in Homestead next month, then the champion goes all around the country doing promotions before they end up in Las Vegas for the champion's dinner. Every town that Kyle goes into, there'll be a distribution point there for you to go pick up your pick up your bag of M&Ms. So it's a fun promotion. It gets a lot of new fans involved, and everybody loves M&Ms. And if you go to our website page, you can see it on the screen behind me here. You can get some more information about it.
Find out all about that. So not everybody gets to race against their brother. How'd that work out for you?
Well, we were sort of in two different eras. You know, my brother is 16 years younger than I am, and so we didn't race together a lot like Kyle and Kurt do. They've been able to kind of compete against each other pretty fiercely at times.
Right.
But you know, you cut your brother a little extra slack, but you still want to be the best brother.
There you go. All righty. Well, before you go, you're a famous television commentator. You're a legend in the sport. You're an economist as well. But there's that one way that you start every race. Can you help me out with it this one time this afternoon?
I can. I love doing it, and fans seem to enjoy it too. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, Kyle.
Darrell Waltrip, you're the man. Thank you so much for your time this afternoon. It's been a privilege talking to you. Now, if you'd like to read more about Darrell or to enter the When We Win, You Could Win giveaway, go to DelmarvaLife.com and click on the Show tab. Still ahead on Delmarva Life, from tulips to daffodils, come springtime, bulbs are gorgeous when they start blooming. But did you know, now's the time that you need to start getting ready to plant them. Gardening expert Ginny Rosenkrantz is here to help. And from the garden to the kitchen a little bit later, we're making seared duck with a taste of cherries. Stick around to see how it's done. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.